Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mariah's Sanctuary. I'm Mariah. Happy Monday. My day's okay. Um, well, I think you already voted. I was gonna say, if you haven't voted for what day you want my celebratory stream to be, voting will be is already open. Um, Curious to see what will be at by Saturday. What the voting will be at. I know so far one person voted, so which I think you already voted though. But I don't know for a fact. Honestly, I didn't think we would be at that goal yet. Thought it would be by the end of this month or next month. Um, I don't know. Surprised. Oh, you're happy with. Wait, but so did you vote or didn't vote? And if you didn't vote, please vote because I need as many votes as possible. As always, if there is a tie, I will pick which one is best for me. Um, yeah, because I checked before I came on here and there was only one person who voted. So yeah, I thought you were the only one that voted. Um, so I guess we'll see. Um, Honestly, I like doing my streams, and my celebratory streams are subscriber only, and they're not going to be changed. Just like my Saturday streams, and now my Monday streams are subscriber only. And the reason I put this subscriber only, which I wasn't going to, is because of the trolls we've been getting. I'm not changing it back. Because I know as this channel grows, it's going to get way more trolls, and I'm not dealing with that crap. Nor should my mods have to deal with that relentless harassment. But this channel is going to continue to be. Oh, hi, Mildred. If you haven't voted already, I put the poll up for what date and time the celebratory stream is going to be. So it's either going to be next Wednesday or the Wednesday after. So far Nick is the only one who's voted. I'm okay, Mildred. If you didn't know, there is new art. I'm gonna make some more art on Saturday. Not on Wednesday. I was gonna make some on Wednesday, but no. I want people to have enough time to vote. I'll make some new art after my stream on Saturday. So, yeah. And for me, the subscriber only protects me and everyone else in the community that doesn't feel safe because of harassment. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm doing what's best for this community, not for what's best for people that are bullies. Well, I'm sorry things have been chaotic. Ugh, a heat wave. It's like 70 something here, so I can't imagine what it must be over there, what a heat wave is for you as over there. Um, so yeah. I definitely know that my streams are subscriber only, and the people who participate are typically the ones who are always here. The ones that randomly come in participate sometimes, but we'll see, I guess, who comes. Um, Ew, that's disgusting. 104 Celsius or 104, wait, 104 Celsius of Fahrenheit. That's horrible. I cannot do that. That's way too hot. Ugh, nasty. Oh my gosh, negative. Oh hell no. That is horrible. Oh, so okay, gotcha. That's what you're saying. Hopefully your week it gets cooler for you, Nick, because that's way too darn hot there. Heck with that. And also hopefully your week becomes more mellow. Um, What was I gonna say? I love my I love my sisters, and because my sister was like the other day, well, one of my sisters was like telling me, I live for today because tomorrow isn't promised, which she is right. Because I always live for the future, but who knows how long into the future I will be here. So why do I live for that? And let's be honest, most people worry and stress about tomorrow, which is not promised. So she has a good point when she said that. Um, because honestly, all the stress has done is give me more gray hairs than I should have. Um, and yeah, I love my sisters. They're both very wise. And I think I think we should take off the pressure of what the world tries to put, not only just on the neurotypicals, but also the neurodivergence. There's a lot of stress on us more than most the general public. Society puts a lot of norms and expectations on us that should have never been put on us. Not that it's saying, well, honestly, the society is run by neurotypical, so it's not surprising to me that a lot more pressure is put on people that aren't supposed to adapt to the way society is. It's sad, but it's true. Oh, thanks, Mildred. You said for me that I was stressing about today and all week ahead is pretty much the same. Honestly, stressing in general just makes me more. It makes my anxiety heighten. So I need to take her my sister's advice about not stressing as much because it doesn't. All it does is make my acid reflux flare and cause my body a lot of pressure that doesn't need to. It does a lot of havoc to my nervous system. So it's not helpful. Um, yeah. Um, I'm really excited. I'm excited for the poem we're doing for the celebratory stream, which either is going to be next week or the week after. Um, and curious to see what people come up with when it comes to that. People normally come up with really good ideas, so it's not just. I like that it's collaboratory because it's not just my ideas, but other people's ideas put into one. Um, I think it comes out better than expected, so we'll see. You are always a smiling person, so I'm not surprised you're excited. You're like you're probably. I bet you're a very jovial person that's really happy all most of the time. Um, yeah, it's interesting how. Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I changed my mind. Um, I am grateful for the people that are active members, the ones that are here constantly, the ones who sometimes come around, the ones who give me ideas. Definitely really grateful for my monthly subscribers, and sometimes the ones who do one-time donations, and those who buy my art. Um, Honestly, without you guys, I probably wouldn't still be doing this channel. Honestly, actually, I'm pretty certain I wouldn't be doing this channel because it would make me think that what I'm doing is not beneficial for anybody. You said you're very positive today. Despite all the chaos, everything worked out. Well, that is good that everything worked out the way it was meant to be. That's a good thing. I just really want some more art. So I really just want some more art. I want some more monthly subscribers. I want my first coffee. So I want my first month. I want some more monthly supporters. I I should say I would like more monthly supporters. Not that I expect anything, because I expect the worst. Because expecting the worst, at least when you expect the worst, you don't get your hopes up and then get them dashed, which has happened to me so often. I just started expecting the worst, and then Definitely would love some people who buy my art consistently. More people that buy my art consistently. And I would love my first coffee supporter. Like my first monthly coffee supporter, which I don't have yet. We'll see. Don't know what's gonna happen in the future. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, it's gonna happen. I don't know that. Yeah. I'm not. Let's be honest. I'm not surprised you have a neutral response. Like I said, you seem like you have the way I think you look at life. You probably look at it more. The glass is half full than half empty. I look at the other way around. Had so many disappointments that I look at the glass half empty side more than the other side. So I expect most people to let you down, which they often do. So then when I get, so then they show me not to get my hopes up. Um, and I'm glad I don't get my hopes up because most people that say things, they let you down. So used to it, both in family, friends, and other situations. Um, but let's be honest, like I said, I expect it. So when it happens, it doesn't really shock me. More shocks me when it's the other way around, when the person actually does what they say. Um, but what was I gonna say? The thing is, people like don't like my realness, but some people, I don't think I really don't feel bad when people don't like my realness. It is what it is. Um, I don't expect people to like how I am because I'm either a person you can take all of me or take none of me, which is that's not really for me to decide. Um, you said for the most part you look at the glass as half. I've never heard of anyone say that before. Neither half empty and half full. I've literally never heard that. That's interesting. You're the first person I've ever heard say that. I've never heard anyone say they don't look at it either one of those two ways. So, um, maybe that's an American thing, man. The glass half empty or half full. Maybe it's just an American thing, man. Because I don't know if they do that in other countries. Um, but for me, I also have black and white thinking. Either it's going to be all the way or none of the way. I don't have in the middle thinking. But that's normal for most neurotypical. I'm sorry, most neurodivergents. I'm pretty sure it's most autistics are. A lot of autistics are like that. I'm autistic, or I'm artistic, dyslexic, and an ADHDer. So I'm pretty sure that's why I look at the world the way I do, and I'm not really sorry about looking at it like that. Um, I rather look at it in realistic lenses than fake lenses, where you're thinking in a diluted sense of the way the world should be than when it actually is. Because the way it should be is not how it actually is, and that's just making yourself have to perceive something that most likely is never gonna happen. I don't really feel bad about the way I think. I like the way I think. If you don't like it, that's not my problem. Uh, what the? You mean the? You talking about the black and white thinking? I'm pretty sure it's a neurodivergent trait. Most people think Some people actually know most neurotypicals probably can think in the center where they can think both things are going to go good and bad, and or they can, but also they can think that oh things are going to be okay. I don't ever think that, ever, think that. Like my sisters and my parents do, but they're also not neurotypical. So for them, they just have. I think it's probably because I'm being autistic. Me being autistic might cause me to think this way. Pretty sure everyone in my family is having some kind of neurodivergency. It may be just not as It might just not be as noticeable as mine. Yeah, I like my black and white thinking. It makes me me, which is ironic, black and white. You didn't even think about that till just now. The letters are in white and the shirt is in black. Um, but I like the way I think. Didn't always like it, but I do now because it's part of how I am. So, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the way I think. Um, but I think people that judge people for the way they think are honestly they shouldn't be even it's people that do judge you for the way they think, even if it's not the same way as someone else. They shouldn't even talk to you. That's what I think. And I will ignore anyone that talks to me disrespectfully because I think differently than them. Like, leave me alone. But yeah. Honestly, I assume two people are probably gonna be there for my celebratory stream. I don't think there's gonna be many, because it's typically how it is when um. It's how it is when I close it off to everyone else. But I'm not surprised you live in the. I'm not honestly. I'm not surprised you live in the gray. Um, Only because you probably the way your mind has probably been wired. You don't think one's extreme or the other extreme. I'm not saying you can't ever think that way, but I think I'm not sure if it's a. I'm not going to say because not every autistic or every person has neurodivergency thinks the same, but I'm more certain that I should say I'm pretty certain that's a better word that neurodivergence. I don't know what type or which ones they think one extreme or the other. It's not like as in they don't see things in gray. Honestly, I think the world would be boring if we saw everyone saw things in gray. That would be boring to me. Um, Especially being into art, that would be like there's no color anywhere. And I wouldn't like that. Being a person that really likes art, I would not want just gray every freaking way. Like, what the hell is that? That would be like a boring world, and I wouldn't have liked dealing. Honestly, I don't want to talk to people that just live in the gray all the time and never ever come outside the gray, because that means you never see. Well, especially that means when you're wrong, you can't see it. It means when things are bad, you can't see that side, or if when things are really good, you can't see it, or if actually, I don't honestly. Most things, I think most things are probably more extreme than we think, but people, the way they perceive it is different. And so I think that's what it is. If you can't see outside the gray, I don't know how to. I don't think I could conversate with anyone that just can't see outside the gray because it would bother me. Because not everything will be okay. Because that's the reason why I probably can't see in the gray. Because just because someone thinks that doesn't mean it's true. And I know, of course, just because I think something's gonna be extreme doesn't mean it is. But which I know that, but my way I react is very heightened. So either everything's be okay or everything's gonna be crap. That's how my brain. This is how it processes things, and it doesn't make me wrong. It's just my perception of things. Just like I guess people that see in the gray, which I don't understand personally myself, is they think everything's always gonna be okay, which I don't. I don't quite understand that personally, but because I don't know anybody like that. Actually, I don't think I know. Actually, I really don't think I know anyone that's like that. Huh. But I don't know. I think that unless you add maybe, I feel like it can't always, everything always being okay. I don't think that's a possibility. I just don't. Like, I know people are like, yeah, I'm right, that's in flawed or whatever thinking, but I don't know. That's just a thought I have. It's more like I'm wrong and not necessary. Honestly, let's be honest, I'm rarely ever right, so. But I think because my emotions are so much height, well, because of being neurodivergent, my emotions and autistic and other things that I am. I think because my emotions are heightened, I can't perceive a sense where everything's okay because it's either one extreme or the other. That's just how my brain actually functions, and my brain can't see. Oh, Mariah, everything. Even though people tell me things are gonna be right, that don't mean Mariah's brain perceive or my brain perceives it that way. It doesn't. It's either gonna go way I think about it, everything's going to go good or everything's going to go bad. It's no between like just like when people say just like when people say their days are okay. Even though I say that phrase, for me, okay is not always the same as everyone else's okay. For me, okay it just means I survived the day. Is what it means. Or existed. Sorry if you can hear that. There's probably a bus. I think some of the kids in this neighborhood just got home. Uh, Oh, in the workplace, I guess I can understand that. Analytical thinking is how people describe. Yeah, actually, I could see that. You being and you know what I'm trying to say. I can't. My brain won't let me say the word analytical. Like there we go. I could see that being the way you think. I don't know. I just I remember in the workplace, I was like, I guess I make faces or something. I guess I made a face because I remember, well, at least my last job, I made a face and my coworker was like, "Are you okay? Like, is something wrong?" Because I didn't even know I was making a face because I can't see my face at work. Excuse me. Like we have mirrors everywhere, but I guess I must have made a face. 'Cause she was like, "Is are you okay?" I guess my expression was off, but it's known that most people that are like me don't can't tell what their facial expressions are doing and not doing it purposely. Well, I don't do things consciously. I don't really understand. Um, Definitely don't understand body language. It's annoying, actually. People should just say what the hell they mean, not make me try to interpret what the hell you're trying to do. Pretty damn ridiculous. Um, but yeah, he said you're really transparent and you never realize. No, but people respond to. What do you mean you're just like, oops? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by the last part. I read the other part. I wish this neighborhood wasn't so freaking loud. It's annoying. Um, but honestly, um, what was I gonna say? I think it's interesting to see how. I really wish, you know what I wish? People that were neurotypical could see what it's like to be neurodivergent, and I would like to watch them because I want to see if now they see why we, why we perceive things that they do as abnormal to us, and then they could see why, then we could see what they're talking about because I want to see that. Um, because I want to see what they're supposedly we're abnormal, which I'm not abnormal. I'm just different. Not that there's anything wrong with being different, even though people are like probably like, "Oh, Mariah, you're a freaking weirdo." Oh well. Okay, so well, you're a parent. Sorry, transparent, so that so oh, you don't show it on your no, you don't show it on your face. Alright, you'd rather not have your thoughts so obvious to people. Well, you don't count, Nick. You're like the one. You don't count though. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people that. Um, and I'm not saying you're not part of the civil community, but I'm talking about neurodivergence. A lot of us. I'm not saying none of us can smile or do anything because that's a stupid. That's a stupid lie. Like we have emotions, obviously. We just don't always know how to properly show them, which is understandable. Or also, we don't like being forced to try to show them. Like, I don't like people telling me I have to take pictures when I don't want to. That's when you'll see a forced expression, which is your own fault because you didn't force me to do something I don't want to do. That's kind of your own fault. Like, I don't like being forced to doing group pictures or anything. Like, and then you'll get a forced expression, and then you'll be like, why did I get this? Well, because I don't. And my face is not a poker face. It's just I don't always realize my face making faces when I'm doing something because see, I wonder if, and I think that would be an inconvenience for people. I wonder if we could see what our faces do naturally, and also people that are neurotypical see what their faces do naturally. Would they understand how judgmental both you are to us and we are to you? I don't mind taking pictures at all. I just mind being forced to take pictures. My two sisters are photogenic. Would not say I am. I don't like photos like that, but I'm able to take when I'm comfortable. I'm able to take pictures when I'm comfortable in wherever I'm doing. Like if I'm told like, oh, we're taking like a staff picture, hell no. I tried that one time. Okay, multiple times. I tried to hide. That didn't work out. Yeah. They were like, Miss Burley, come to the. Damn it! I was thinking they didn't see me. They were like, come to the front of the. Because I guess I'm too shorter than some. Well, not I'm not short the shortest, but I'm shorter than some of my coworkers, so I couldn't hide in the freaking back. That didn't work out. So embarrassing when people catch you when you're not trying to get caught. I don't think it's fair. Why can't the people that don't want to be in the picture not be in the picture? Like that's not even. I should have just hid. I should have just left, man. I should have just left during job, not been so I didn't have to be in the picture at all. That would have been great. Uh-huh. But maybe I'll call this one today's one. Stop judging based on people's appearance and what you perceive them to be. Maybe that's what I'll call today's one. I'm not sure yet. I'll figure it out. Like I said, don't mind pictures that I want to take the picture. If I don't want to take the picture, then that's when I mind. Um, but that's a normal thing, I think. I think it's, I don't think, one thing I wish they would do with, same thing with greetings when you meet somebody. I feel like one thing I hated at my job, because I remember somebody saying, which is very interesting, somebody that actually works with special ed was saying, oh, like everybody should say hi to people when they say hi. But in my brain, I was thinking immediately, even though I work with special ed or kids that are also just like me, I was thinking, I don't think that's fair because you don't even tell kids to say hi when they don't want to. Like, in my opinion, and I think I said to my coworker, I said, if I don't feel comfortable saying hi, why do I have to say it? It's the truth. Like, I don't think you should have to say hi just because that's your preference. Like, for me, I'm introverted, but also for the disabilities I have caused me to shrink back on myself and not want to talk to people, this whole thing. And I don't get why you're not getting it. A lot of the stuff that was done on my job, I feel like was more catered to definitely people that don't have disabilities at all. Even though, like, I think there was a few of us that were neurodivergent in the staff, but not many. So everything was more catered to people that are neurotypical. So some of the stuff that we'd watch in training stuff, I'm thinking this is definitely not this is not adapted for people that are neurodivergent. And the thing is, some of these kids are neurodivergent, so I don't get why we're not adapting stuff for the staff. Some of the staff that could be that are neurodivergent. Not everyone in the staff is neurotypical, even though majority of the staff is. So I think it's unfair. Like, oh hi Tyler. Like for me, I'm introverted plus I am also neurodivergent. So like it's not to me fair that we're catering just to majority of the thing and not trying to adapt for some of the others, like me and some of my other coworkers who actually are neurodivergent. Um, but I think they saw it as, oh, because everyone else learns this way, all people have to learn this way or should learn this way, which is ironic because you tell in classes when you have kids that are in the disability community and also neurodivergent and any other thing in the disability community that you have to adapt the work, but you don't do that for your staff. How does that make any sense? But let's be honest, some of the staff didn't even want to. I remember when I was working at the school that I was working at, some of the staff didn't want to adapt the work for the students, so I would have to adapt. Some teachers would tell me what to adapt. Some teachers were good with adapting. Some teachers were like, why do I have to do extra work? I remember that. Some are really accommodating to the kids. Some are like, what is this? Like, I'm thinking, aren't you a teacher? I would think this is not your first time around kids that have disabilities, but what the hell do I know? Oh, Tyler, if you want to vote, there's a poll up for when we can do our celebratory stream, which are subscriber only. And that's the thing, and it will be staying that way. It will never change. For protection of myself and everyone else in this community. That's why I made this one day stream subscriber only because we had so many trolls coming in here. Well, we'll see. I really wish I didn't have to make a subscriber only, but the trolls, it's their fault why this happened. But yeah. What am I thinking? I just want every child, adult, teenager, all the people that are part of the disability community feel heard, seen, valued. Honestly, I try my best to do that, but I don't know. I don't know how everyone feels, because I can't know, unfortunately. Sometimes I wish I could read the brains of people that are commenting. I said sometimes, because some of them are evil. Some of these people that comment are evil, so I don't want to hear everyone's thoughts. I want to hear the thoughts that actually that actually value the content I do, not the ones that are, say, disrespectful and very inappropriate things. So no, but yeah, I hope that, and I really hope this chat didn't break, because I don't see, I don't know. Hopefully it didn't break, because it like stopped. So I don't know if it. Oh, good, it didn't break. I wouldn't say I'm good at. I'm glad you think that, but I don't think I'm good at community building. I'm just good at being myself. That's all. Uh, Honestly, I only want to hear the thoughts of people that actually value the content I do. I don't want to hear any disrespectful thoughts. Why would I need any of that? I already have do that to myself in general. I don't need anyone else to do it to me. But I'm thinking. So yeah, I'm gonna look at the voting where we're at now, because I want to see if we have. Are we like? Is it two? Is it 1-1 or 2-0? I want to see. Uh, let's see. So we have just one. Yeah, we still only have one vote here. I think you're the only one that actually. I'm pretty certain you're still the only one that voted, Nick. Um, you said you agree with them. Honestly, I'm not that good at speaking with the audience. I became this way over time. I remember when I was in college. I told myself I was never doing YouTube, which is ironic, because I didn't know years later um that I would be doing it. So yeah. You said the idea of being able to do that scares what? Hearing people's thoughts? Like I said, I only want to hear people's thoughts, people that value this content. I don't care to hear anyone else's. Cause I've had so many hateful. Oh, it's up on my YouTube channel under there's a thing on the top. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if I can. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you. When you go on YouTube, there should be a part where you see, like, it says when you go to my channel or something, there should be a thing that shows like this banner. Let's see if you can see it. Hold on. It shows my banner. See, it says my name here. Under here there are tabs. It says home, video, shorts, live, playlist, and posts. So go under post, and that should be it's the first one to the top there. You already don't you do that. I already told you what's gonna happen if there's a tie. I already told you. I'm gonna choose to, even if there isn't a tie. I mean, sorry. When there is a tie, I'm choosing the choice. So it won't be. You don't need to change or anything. I will, like I said, I'll pick it. I will pick the choice if it's a tie in the end. And you guys got till Saturday to decide, because I'm putting new art up. So once Saturday's up, whatever the majority is by that date, that'll be the day we're gonna be doing it. So there's two different Wednesdays you got to choose between. Oh, okay. Um, what was I saying? But like I was saying, um, you guys are interesting. I like how the way you guys. But let's be honest, you've been the most. I don't know. I feel like I. I don't know. I sometimes I expect things, but then when people show up and beyond, it's kind of insane. Like, I don't know. People sometimes surprise me. but very rare to do that. Mildred has surprised me more than once, so has Nick. So, but I don't mind surprises. I rather just be. I like being, but I do like being warned about. Um, you said you voted, but it doesn't matter. I didn't say it doesn't matter. I said that's not what I said. I'm saying if um, I'm saying if there's a tie, I'm gonna break it because I used to put an extra poll up when there is a tie, and I'm not doing that anymore because it just confuses people. That's why I'm not doing that. I didn't say your vote doesn't matter. Your vote matters. I think honestly every vote matters that I got. But I'm saying if there is a tie, which it's only been the first day up, it's only been up for 8 hours, so there's probably possibility of being a tie. It's more likely than not being likely. And also depends on how many people voted. You're fine. My point, I'm not. The point is, I appreciate everyone who votes. People that don't vote and then they get mad when I do it, then I don't really feel bad for them, because they didn't vote and they had ample time to. But I know some people probably were irritated that I put this as a subscribe only stream, but I'm not changing it because Nick and Mildred will. I know they appreciate this more than anyone, because they were the ones that have to continuously block the trolls, and I have to deal with it too, and it messes with my anxiety. So, yeah. I just want it by yeah, the date that I need it by is Saturday because it's easiest for me to decide which one I'm gonna pull. Sorry, I'm gonna put, and then once it's decided, I will be putting up to remind people who want to come. I'll put up like a little reminder. That's what I normally do. So yeah. Um, like I would never say your vote doesn't matter because I'm not that kind of person. People taking the time to do things, I don't think their stuff doesn't matter. And also I know personally myself, if I voted for something and someone is taking in consideration my stuff, it matters obviously. But yeah. What was I gonna do? I'm excited to. I'm really curious to see who's gonna show up. I definitely think Nick and Mojo would be there. I don't know who else will be there. We'll see because someone else said they wanted to come, but we'll see if they come because I don't know because they come on and off the channel, so I don't know if they'll be there when it happens. So yeah, I guess we'll see. What was I gonna say? I think. Well, one thing I've been trying to do, what both my sisters say, is that you shouldn't take yourself so seriously. That's not always easy, but I'm trying. And I'm grateful that I have this channel to help people like me and people that are not exactly like me but are similar to how I am. Because I know that it helps them feel like supported, valued, seen, heard, and that's honestly one of the biggest things. That's the reason I continue to do this channel. People outside this channel, like people that are neurotypicals and people that want to learn, I don't mind you watching, and expressing what you think, but one thing I don't appreciate is when people try to tell someone how their lived experience should be or how it is because they can't possibly, they should never speak on someone else's experience because it's not theirs. It's the same way as you wouldn't like anyone to speak on your experience, so why do that? I wonder which Wednesday's in the top spot. I'm gonna look. I'm going to look. Sorry, that's my bed. My leg raised my bed. It's fine. Let's see. Actually, it's not a tie. Looks like the Wednesday, that's actually one that's probably one I'm going to choose if that stays in the lead. But if it gets tied, that's the one I'm planning on choosing, the 18th instead of the 25th. Because I'd rather do it sooner than later. But we'll see. And the ones who are like get mad and say I choose not a good topic, the thing is you can when I'm given the option to write in a topic, nobody does it. So to me, when you if you get mad if I choose a topic, or someone chose a topic you didn't want, when I give you the option to write in what topic you want, why don't you take the choice? Like, because I'm quite lenient unless it's something disrespectful. When it comes to that, like no, I'm saying it's something. If it's something, I shouldn't say the topic is. No, I'm saying people probably don't. Some people I know. Some people probably don't like the choice I make, but I have to do with this for my mindset and other people's. I didn't say you're. I didn't. I don't think your choice. I'm saying I'm. I don't think you're weird. I don't think anyone. Well, actually, I am a weird person, so it's not really anything. My point, I would say that I think it's better for to do the more recent topic than recent date than the other one. And if I called you it, that was a misstep. I'm trying to say I'm gonna do. I think I'll go for the one that is the even if it is like well weird. Honestly, I've always been called weird, so I already know weird is good. But if I called you weird, I didn't mean to call you weird. Point I'm making is I'm gonna go with more likely the one that is. Oh, you don't. No, people, because people, no, people do complain about, I feel like people complain about the topics I choose. They may not personally say it. I feel like sometimes I feel like just the response sometimes may be like, I'm that. The thing is, if you wanted a different topic, you could have said, oh, I want this topic, but you didn't say that. So then if you don't vote or don't say anything, how am I supposed to know? I guess I'm supposed to read people's minds, which I don't have that ability. Like the people that vote, I understand they wanted a particular topic, but that topic didn't get chosen. Because I know two people said they didn't want this live stream to be subscriber only, and I did not take, I'm not saying their opinions don't matter, but there was a majority, plus me, wanted this particular live stream to be subscribe only because of the trolls that were happening on the channel. I do wonder if the two people that said no, did they actually watch these streams, or are they just naysayers because they are the ones that are hating on this channel? I do wonder. I wish I could know. Hmm? You said you remember when people voted for a suggested topic, and then they then never actually made it. That's exactly what I'm saying. I've had people vote for the one that said write in the that clicked on write in the topic, but they never put a topic below. So why would you click on that if you didn't actually write anything below? Like, well, that's like doesn't make any sense to me. As if I'm supposed to read what the heck your thought is in your mind to know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Um, this is only 80 for the month. These are only eight. It's only 80 for the 80th one for my Monday streams. I have way more than 80 streams in general. It's just for my Monday streams is 80. It makes you wonder if YouTube. Honestly, I do think some of these bots be voting. I do, and I'm not listening to no bots. So if a bot votes and decides that's their choice, but I won't be listening to no bot. We have a lot of, and I feel like we have a lot of bots come on this channel. Um, and I don't feel bad for them because a lot of the bots are disrespectful. Um, oh, and happy Monday, Paul. But I'm gonna do it. Like I said, I'm gonna do West with this channel and people on it. I'm not gonna be doing outside of what people like. If people think I'm supposed to know what they want and they don't tell me, they can't be getting mad at me for what I choose, the choice I make. So I don't know, but and I really wish, one thing I do wish they would stop doing, I'd rather them either leave it daylight savings, which would make more sense because it's daylight savings most of the year, and then it turns into where it's not daylight savings time. for a little tiny piece of the year, and then it comes back around to that. Like, so can you just leave it the way it is? Because it messes up people's sleeping schedules. Um, but like I said, um, honestly, I was questioning. The one question I had is I wonder if I should stop making my videos every other week because of I don't know, because I feel like nobody actually watches them, honestly. I thought about that, but I'm thinking about maybe doing that. I'm not sure if I want to stop doing those or I'm not sure if I want to stop doing those or not yet. At least when I finish out this year with doing them, I'm not sure. I haven't decided if I want to stop doing the videos because I feel like I'm putting a lot more energy and effort into them, but nobody actually cares. So, and I put talking about my plan videos that come out every other week, the ones that Patreons and coffee members who are monthly supporters get to see first, and the YouTube only on YouTube get to see on Saturdays. People who are on Patreon and coffee get to see on Wednesdays, and then 3 days later the YouTubers get to people only on YouTube get to see. Haven't decided yet, and that's my long form content. Haven't decided what I'm doing if I'm gonna do those next year. I don't know yet. I just wonder if I'm wasting my time. I know it helps some people, but I feel like it's not at the same time helping. I feel like I'm just wasting my time making them because like people seem to be way more interested in the shorts, which I know that has to do with the research videos. That's what I'm talking about. Research and response videos, like actually to me, and I don't know if every little bit helps. I know you say that, but I think people don't understand how much time and effort I put in this channel. I do think they just underestimate all the time I put into the channel. I don't half-ass anything when I put in the channel. Put a lot of effort into them. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what changed because of I don't know what changed about it. But oh, and hello. Um, but I haven't made the decision on what I'm gonna do with that or not. I know some people enjoy them, others don't. Like, I don't really know what to tell them. I know some people are like, Mariah, you should keep doing them. Some others are like, yeah. No, I think people think I half-ass things on the channel. I really don't, honestly. Definitely don't do that. Definitely don't do that on the research videos or the ones where I have to actually gather responses and put it into a video. I don't dilly-dally. Oh, and thanks, Nick, by the way, for giving me a response to for a live stream that's going to be happening in August. Appreciate that. And to say that. I did say that in a message, but I don't think you saw it. Yeah, I know I have to do what's best for me. That has nothing to do with me. It has to do with this is best for the channel. It doesn't have to, this channel is not about me. It's about what's best for other people. I don't know. But like I said, I wish I could know. I wish there was a way to poll the whole disability community so I can know if it was fine. I had people that had as long as a response as yours. I had someone else that had as long a response as yours. I had two different responses for mine. I honestly, I think I've got several responses. I don't know if anyone else has given me a response for it. So I guess we'll see. Actually, I'm waiting on one response from one of my friends. He hasn't sent it yet, so we'll see. And the other one, I don't know. He gave me the topic, but he never gave me a response. I don't know if he's giving me one. So, and the reason he was allowed to give me a topic is because that's the tier he is a monthly subscriber to. It's one of the tiers. The one he's a monthly subscriber or supporter to the chosen topic. So he tells me what topic he wants, and I do that topic. And yeah, Mildred is one for the art. So there are two different tiers they're on. Uh, like I ask for community's input if they want to give it to me, but now from now on for topics like for video topics, I will just leave it to people that are monthly supporters, not just anyone can do it now because I used to let people freely do it and I feel like they were taking advantage of it and I would do their topic and they didn't seem. I don't know. It's about the same. Honestly, it depends on the topic. I feel like some of them, like some of the videos I didn't expect to get more views actually got way more views than I thought, and other ones I honestly don't know what the dang factor is. I'm not sure what the darn thing is about. Like some response videos get views, some got, I mean some research video. It depends on the topic. I feel like I don't know what exactly the thing what the issue is. Um, And the ones it's funny, the ones I never don't expect to get the views, that's the ones that do. So I'm not a freaking bro. I don't know what the darn. I just wish YouTube would stop being so darn. They need to stop being so strict. Like people that working their ass off should be able to get them darn. I think they should be able to get monetized. I wish this channel was monetized because I think out of all the freaking hard work I put into this channel, it should be monetized by now. But obviously, YouTube sees it a different way. But like yeah. What was I gonna say? I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't know how, I don't quite understand. Honestly, I don't expect the channel to ever get monetized because the more I try to get it monetized, it seems like the worse it gets, in my opinion. Sorry, I should say, and that's the reason I have my Patreon and my Coffee because of those two, because this channel is not monetized, I don't know if it ever will be. The way people can show their support is on Patreon and Coffee. Had more support on there than any other place. Honestly, even more, sometimes more than YouTube. Um, yeah. I know my friend who suggested this topic is looking forward to seeing how people responded to the question he posed. I'm curious to see how he reacts when I'm curious to see what he says when he sees the responses for that video. Sorry for that. That's going to be a live stream actually in August. Um, And Mildred, as you already know, like if you already tell, like I already tell you, if you have any ideas you have for art that you want me to do, message me on Coffee what they are or Patreon, one of the two. Because there is a message option on there, so you can message me so then I can reply. Which you already know I will take your ideas. I don't just take anybody's ideas. You have to be a monthly supporter on one of them, either Coffee or Patreon. To like for example, Patreon. Actually, they're both the same thing for Patreon and Coffee. The two tiers are, um, the first tier is for chosen topics. So if you have a topic you suggest, you can tell me there. And for same with art, if you have art you want me to make a particular idea, I'll do it there. I don't just take random requests anymore. Because I feel like people were taking advantage of that crap, and I'm not being taken advantage of anymore. Like people suggested crap, then I do what they said, and then they're not nowhere to be found. So I'm no longer just taking random. Oh, the topic is hold on. Let me see if I got the topic in my probably somewhere in my little thing here. Also, if you have an idea the response, Mildred, you need to message me it because I am not gonna let anyone. I don't want anyone to see your response until the time, because your private response. Oh, the topic is called well, sorry, the question is are autistic students better off in specialized schools or in mainstream schools with supports and accommodations? Nick and other people have given me responses. People that I know from Instagram and well, I knew on Twitter that went or on Instagram. People I've known I'm waiting on one person from Twitter. Like I said, if you have a response to that question, you can message me on Coffee or Patreon, one of the two. Um, so yeah, and the reason I also told him, I said if he has any topics he wants me to do, he can suggest. He can he can suggest them to me there, which he does. Honestly, Mildred, you're the only one who hasn't messaged me on Patreon or Coffee when I told you you could. The person that the guy I'm talking about, he's from Twitter, who I told I wasn't talking to anyone on Twitter anymore. Like, I don't know. Well, like I said, if you have a response, you can message me on one of those two, to give me the response, because I don't want anyone, no one is, I don't want anyone seeing anyone else's response. That's how I got Nick's response on Coffee. He messaged me on them because I asked him a question. I told him I had a question on okay. My topic automatically lets me know if anyone sent me a message on Coffee, so I should know immediately. But if you don't respond, it is whatever. I'm not about to be stressing about it. Um, I'm tired of stressing over people. Done that enough. It just gives me more gray hairs, and I don't want any more things. Uh, yeah. Honestly, I like that he gave me a suggestion like that for topics I never would have thought of that. I know why he gave me a suggestion like that, but I'm very curious to see what people. I'm curious to see what he says when he sees that live stream. You said you know your last response was posted in. Wait, what do you mean? I'm confused. Didn't make sense as. Wait, didn't make much as. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, Nick. I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know what that means. I literally don't know what the second sentence means because my brain doesn't understand the last part. It doesn't make sense to my brain. It just sounds weird. Didn't make as much sense. I understand. But wait, what are you talking about the YouTube comments? What do you mean? What exactly? Are you talking about the. Wait, which one are you talking about? For the YouTube shorts or something else? I'm confused what you're talking about. Because you read a lot of comments, so hence why I don't know which one you're talking about. Are you talking about, to be honest, that video was done in December. That was 3 months ago, I think. Actually, that video was done oh, you mean for your response video? Oh, you're talking about for 3 months ago, because that was done in December. Wait, why are you talking about that one? That was the, oh, you meant for the last response video you gave me. I mean, for the last response video I did is what you meant to say. Which is why I got confused, because you said your last response was made me think about the last video, like the YouTube shorts I just put out today, which made me confused. You should have said the last response I gave you for the response video you did in December. That would have made me better understand what you were saying, because that confused me. For what you like, literally, that really did confuse me. Oh, you were saying, oh, okay, I see what you're saying, because my brain didn't, okay, so you were just saying that posting I like posting it privately because, like I said, some people are worried about the privacy. I definitely think about people's privacy. Some people out here are creeps, and, I can protect my privacy as much as I can, so I want to protect everyone else's. And I feel like when you protect people's privacy, it makes them feel safe to actually approach you. Mildred, are you still there? If you didn't know, well, if you are there, which I don't know, hold on, I guess I gotta wait and see. I don't know if Mildred's here. Oh, I didn't know if you heard me say earlier. I made some new art yesterday. I don't know if you saw it, and there's no way for me to know if you saw it. Well, I mind. I do. Maybe you don't mind, Nick, but I do. I mind. I don't want no one start to harass you, because I just ask what I mind about. People are creep. Some people are creepy. Hence why I rather people. That's why I tell people when I was on Twitter and Facebook and whatever, I would tell them to message me the response, not put it out in public. I put write down message me the response. I mean, even if I felt comfortable writing it below, I'd rather them message it to me because I have it and no one else can see who it is. Because some people are very particular, like, oh, they tell me, oh, Mariah, keep my name out of it. Hence, I already did that. Yeah, yeah. So I know people have told me in the past, like, I never use names. I always use person A, person B. The people who wrote the responses most likely will know who they are, but and I will know. But the thing is, no one else will. And I think that's the best way to do it because I feel like it gives you also a new perspective on looking at. Well, also you will know who my response because I always put which ones are mine. I never label those person A, person B. I always say my response or whoever gave me a response. Like if like Mildred gave me one, I'd label it whatever person. I wouldn't like. I know it's just interesting to watch how interesting it's interesting to watch how some people's responses are so similar and some people's responses are so different when I get them. I'm like, wow. So, and then also sometimes when I hear someone's response, it actually makes me rethink or think of things I didn't think of in my response. Sometimes, like I've had that happen. One of my friends would message me a response, and then I was like, how the heck did I not think of that? Like I would do that in my response, and I'm thinking, and also sometimes it sometimes made me recall some stuff I want to add into my response. That actually is another thing that happens. Um, so yeah, like I said, I know you gave me a response. Some of my other friends gave me responses. I put my own responses in there. I have two different ones. So yeah, and I'm waiting on somebody to give me a response. One of my old friends that I knew from Twitter, if you give me a response, I don't know if the person who wrote this topic is going to, sorry, asked this question is going to give me a response because he hasn't responded to my thing. I told him I had a good amount of responses, but I always use as many as we can do. It's going to be in a live stream, so it's different than a planned video. Um, yeah. So I guess we'll see. I'm curious to see. Hopefully Logan's okay because we haven't seen him since that one poem we did, and he hasn't come back. Hopefully he's good. I know he was dealing with some stuff last time. Like I just like listening to. I feel like most people are on one particular side, but for me, I'm on both. So, but I never had a special. I didn't go to a specialized school. Being autistic. I did main. I went to a mainstream school my whole life, but I had accommodations. So I feel like it depends on the actual. I feel like it depends on the perspective or the lived experience of the person. Like, I feel like it can be beneficial in certain ways for people. Like if you have good supports and accommodations, it may work for you, and it may not work for you. Also, there are drawbacks to each environment. I feel like. And that's what I put in mind. I put like the drawbacks and the benefits. I mean, a few drawbacks, a few benefits for each of them. And but also for me, I feel like I'm biased a little bit because I am also autistic. I may not be an autistic student anymore, but I feel like I'm biased in that regard. So and also I feel like some autistics have share my views. Some of them are like different. But also it depends on what kind of specialized. One person was asking me it depends on what kind of specialized school. And for me, I can't answer that question because I didn't pose the question. So I can't say like what kind of specialized school because if it has everything, all the autistic needs, but obviously we know no school can have every single thing every autistic needs. That's just not possible. But there are benefits and drawbacks for each experience, I think. Um, like isolation for one point could be a drawback. Benefit could be less bullying and less pressure. Like, but at the same time, for in mainstream, you could have the benefit of this. These are two things I put. These are some stuff I put in my own. Benefits could be like you get exposed to people um, that are similar to the real life experience. You have a benefit of um, freak, what is it? What's my benefits? My brain is not thinking. Well, drawbacks are bullying, peer pressure, like people not understanding how you um, are or not being able to be yourself fully. Benefit for the other side, especially at school, you get to be yourself without fear of judgment. Like you feel like there are individuals who are so talented at supporting autistic people and other neurodivergents, but then some service providers are not as good. No, Joe, this is your answer. I told you I want you to message to me. I'm not. I don't want. I don't have my notebook over here to write anyways. And eventually, when this live stream is over, it won't. It won't give me that answer if that's the response. So please message it to me if that's your response. Uh-huh. Because I don't like being, because I'm going to get stressed if this is your response here, because I don't have my stuff over here, and then I don't like being not prepared. Oh, good. I'm glad it's not your response, because that would make me mad, because you already know I like being prepared, and that would make me caught up on prepared. Um, but you should know this about me. I'm autistic just like you are. You know how routine and clarity and other things are important to us, so. And definitely, I don't like being caught off guard, particularly when it comes to something that's important. And that this particular topic is important. I think all everything. I feel like every topic I cover is important, even though people don't view it that way. The one thing I think is interesting, I feel like people that are neurodivergent and white get more attention than people that are neurodivergent and black or of color. I feel like that's true. I feel like the ones that are neurodivergent and white get more attention than the ones who are neurodivergent and black. That's what I feel. People are all like, Mariah, you're being biased, but I'm not really being biased. It's kind of honestly the truth. That's why a lot of us get misdiagnosed and like all this other stuff till we find out the diagnosis. So I don't believe that. I'm not saying white people don't get. I'm not saying white neurodivergents don't get misdiagnosed. I ain't saying that, but I feel like it happens way more often probably with people of color than not. That's what I do feel. People are like, Mariah, you're being a hater. Well, I guess I am being a hater. Um, yeah. When you say providers, are you talking about the ones who are you talking about the people who work with the kids or the students? Mojo, is that what you're talking about? Well, like I said, I'm also biased. I am a person of color, and I also am neurodivergent. So for me, I guess I feel like it's people would say Mariah is biased, um, which I'm not really being biased. I'm seeing Mariah. But the thing is, I don't know. I really wish there were more people that more um, monthly supporters that were part of the chosen topic one, because I would get more chosen topics that would be, because I like doing the chosen topics way before I plan my stuff out, but because I planned my stuff way in advance, this person's topic had to go in August because I had my stuff planned out way in advance. Like if I had gotten all these topics way in advance and not have to keep asking, if you like just give me certain topics you want me to do, I'll build it into my schedule, which I have done in the past until people just like stop giving me things. And again, I'm talking about monthly supporters, not just people that randomly decide they want topics who are never actually on this channel. Um, yeah, and it's the same price. It's the same price on both Coffee and Patreon. The chosen topics is $5 a month, and then the arts. Actually, no. For one, actually, no, not the same time. It's not exactly the same price for my coffee for the art one. The art one on coffee is 10, and the art one on Patreon is I think $7.50. I think that's what it is. Well, this particular topic wasn't the topics I choose are the ones that don't say suggested. The ones that say suggested are topics that other people have given me. Yeah. I wonder when I'll have more than. Wonder when I'll have more than. Actually, I wonder when I'll get my first coffee monthly supporter. Don't know when that's happening. Doubt it's gonna be this year. Thanks again, Mildred, for being my first monthly supporter in my art tier on page one. I really appreciate you. Like you are one of the reasons I still do my art. Like I still like my art myself, but you're one of the reasons I really do it still. Because you were literally the only, well, you're one of the two people who buy my art. I feel like other people say they like it, but I think they're lying. I think they lie. I think they say stuff to make me feel good, and then they lie about it. That's what I do think. I think most people that say they, I think people that say they like my art, I think they're liars. I just think they are. I think they say that crap to think it's gonna work, make me happy, and then, oh, let me lie. Like, that's literally what I think people do. Um, honestly, most of my art has well, the ones more recently came up of things that came inspiring to me, and so I haven't done. I just realized I haven't actually done pieces where lately. I haven't done any pieces with actual making art, as in like drawing, because typically what I do for my art pieces in general, the ones I like draw, I like they just come at random. They're not anything that my brain actually. I never actually had a thought, at least for when it comes to my art, doing my art. Um, they normally come from randomness. When I was a kid, or a child, that's actually I think that's how my art has always been. Like when I was a child, I think my art was just random. What do I want to draw? It didn't come like, oh, I had a thought and it just kind of spiraled into that. I don't think that's ever how it worked for me. Um, I feel like people think I'm pestering when I put about the Patreon and coffee. I feel like people think that. I feel like a lot of people think, oh, Mariah, you're being a pester, or oh, because you keep asking about Patreon and coffee and you keep mentioning it, even though they don't say that, but it's what I think they say. They actually view it that way. Um, but I don't know for a fact that's what happens, but I do suspect that's what happens. Um, yeah. You said you. Um, that's just how my brain, like, literally, it will think of something, and sometimes my art goes in a way I didn't expect it to go, like, and sometimes it goes in a way. No, typically it goes in a way I don't expect it. Sometimes that could be good, sometimes that could be bad. Um, I think for most people that, like, are really into art or any kind of, creativeness or something, they have a particular, like, if something doesn't work out the way they want, they throw it away. That's how my process is, too. If it doesn't go the way I want, I literally will um, crumble up myself and it's all the way over. You said if I don't mention, honestly, I don't think most viewers want to know. Honestly, I don't even think people that return really care to know about becoming any kind of supporter. I think they just listen, but they don't care. That's what I think. And also I feel like they expect me to know what's happening in their head, but which I can't possibly know if they don't say things. Um, you said like I expect a lot of things when it comes to. I actually expect too much from people, which is a mistake in my part, honestly. Um, I expect people to hold their up to the word, but I don't know why I expect that because we all know that most people when they say they're gonna do something, they don't do it. At least in my field, I've learned that most people say something, oh Mariah, they're not actually gonna do it because that's how it always like 95% of the time they do not do what they say or they lie, which to me is an unattractive quality, and I don't want to deal with anyone that lies. Um, You said you expect to hear from every. Honestly, I don't really talk about my products. And I'm also, even when this channel gets monetized, I'm not putting my art on this channel. It will still be on Coffee and Patreon. That's where it will stay. Because I think it's important to keep it separate. Like if people want to access it, they can go through the links. But like I said, if it ever gets monetized, but this channel, but yeah, because I felt like I definitely know on when I was on Twitter, it made people made it seem like I was pestering them to do things, um, well, certain people, made it seem like that's what I was doing. Um, Honestly, I feel a lot better not being on Facebook and Twitter. Feel my brain feels a lot clearer. I'm not always held up to social. I don't honestly. I feel like most neurodivergents weren't meant to be on any social media accounts like that because it affects our mental health a lot more severely than people that are neurotypical. The space was built by neurotypicals, and they just say what the hell ever they want to say, even if it's disrespectful and hurtful and demeaning. And as we know, Twitter, I'm never calling it X, became a dangerous space for people that are like me, Mildred, and other people that are in the disability community out here. Became dangerous. So like that's probably why I'm pretty sure that's why like 95% or more have left that platform. I'm talking about 95 or more of the disability community left that platform, which I can't say I fault them. Um, Honestly, I wish I had never had a Facebook or a Twitter because they not really, particularly Twitter and Facebook and Twitter didn't really have good things to do with my mental health. There are some good people on there, but there was a majority bad. I wish I had not ever. I mean, I had gotten rid of Facebook after college, and then I got another one only because of this YouTube channel. But then decided the end of last year to stop putting content on there. So if people want it, they can come on YouTube or they don't have to access it at all. Like they can come on Patreon, Coffee, or YouTube. Those three. And wow, so you had last time you had one was when I was in college. I was 19 then. I like Twitter. I liked it a lot because there's a lot of people in the disability community, a lot way more than Facebook, and that I interacted with. And then the stupid thing went to crap when what's the name took when that guy who I'm not mentioning took over during space. It was better when he wasn't on the dang when he didn't own it. I don't like that he's part of. I don't like that he's part of the disability community. I don't like it at all. I wish he wasn't a part of our community. He said they came up with a study that about Instagram that shows it leads people to high, low cadence that promotes mental what? What do you mean mental and wellness? What do you mean? Am I reading that wrong? Maybe I read it wrong. And maximize people. Oh, mental unwellness. I was gonna say mental illness. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, unwellness makes sense. I was gonna say maybe mental illness, which makes sense. Most of these social media accounts, most of the social media accounts, or most of social media in general nowadays is it affects people's mental health very negatively. It did back in the day. I know back in the day it did that, but it probably got way worse now because it's a lot more digital. Everything more digitalized now, which is so annoying. Like, yeah, I miss some of the people that are random, nice people that came in here at random. Um, like you would have some random people that actually seemed kind, and then I think the trolls made them like go away, which made me sad because of what happened. But at the same time, I was like, okay, Mara. if I had known that that was gonna happen before the last week, sorry, not last week, the week before. Wait, what's the last week? No, it was the week before. I would have started had this as subscriber only for a while because I wouldn't have had that happen last week. Because I'm glad it was trending earlier, but I'm glad it stopped that trending number because I saw it fluctuating really high number up there earlier. So it's good. Yeah. I can't, Mildred. I still can't wait till you buy my art again. Like I mean when you used to buy. I really liked when I watched you when you would tell me how you what pieces why you bought the certain pieces every day. It made me happy because because it shows me that someone views my art in the same way I see it, and that's what one thing I will say about you. The one you told me how you felt about my art and why you felt that way, it actually made me feel good because I could see someone actually can relate to the way I feel when I make my art, and not many people can do that. Like very rare people can understand how my mindset when it comes to my art. It's like I said, I feel like it's like 1% people can do that. We will the 1% of the population probably can understand why I made a certain piece or why I did it this way. Even the color choice is even the color choice I choose, like the ones I just made. Actually, funny thing that those two colors are me and my sister, me and both of my sisters' high school colors. It was teal and orange and white. I can't remember what the other. I think it was teal, orange, and white. I don't think there's any other color. I think those were the three colors. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. The problem with social media right now is that mountains. You honestly, also you can curate your social media to look a certain way when it's not even true. You said mountains of useless and false information you have to get through for finding value. Honestly, um, I feel like back before social media became so, what's the word? Before it became like so inundated or where it came too much AI stuff, I'm sorry you heard that. Oh, that was I think a motorcycle or a car outside. But when AI started coming into the picture, that's when everything went downhill. Social media here, yeah, it's too much. Like I don't like that at all. You said honestly, my art is like an oasis. Really, for you, it's like for most things. You said you're trying. You said you're screaming to. Oh, you're screaming for most things. You're trying to screaming to understand about art pieces. Well, that actually makes me a heart. My heart really does make my heart really happy. That you see that in it. I almost wonder, like, I wish I could see. I wish I could see what, like, what when you see that. Dang, I kind of wish I could be in your brain for that one moment where you're so I could see what you mean when you say it speaks to you. I really want to know what particular part of the piece speaks to you. That's what I would like to know. And I know that sounded weird, but you know what I mean, Mildred. Yeah, AI is responsible for a lot of deep fakes, people saying supposedly saying things that they never actually said. Like that's the one thing that worries me. Like yeah, that's the one thing that worries me. Oh, so you get what I mean then. I'm glad you understood what I said. I'm so glad you didn't take it as a weird comment because sometimes people be reading too much into what I'm freaking saying, like for real. Like which is yeah, no. Um, yeah, so, but, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I have a few favorite pieces that I like, but I don't know. Out of all my art, my favorite piece is still the one I told that had the bugs and my anthill. Sorry, my mud hit my hill and all the other stuff. That's still my favorite piece. I don't know if I have any other favorite pieces besides that one. There probably are some. I just can't think of them right now. Um, I really do like the color scheme for the latest art I made. Those three pieces I made. I like the color scheme. I didn't think that orange And I think it's turquoise is what the color was, but it almost reminds me of my school colors because it has that color. Um, for high school, I'm talking about my school colors for high school. I forgot what our school colors were for college. I think it was white, burgundy, and gold, or is it yellow? One of the two. I don't remember. Yeah, but I think that was. I'm pretty sure that was college. I'm just glad we didn't have to walk in the green cap and gown because that would look ugly on girls. I'm glad the girls got to wear white. That was great. I feel kind of bad for the guys. Yeah, like wearing that teal. That did not look very. I understood why they did it. It was like the color scheme, but I can't imagine walking in orange. Thank God we didn't have orange. That would have been ugly. Oh yes, who would want to walk in orange? A cap and gown. But so that is crazy when I think about it. It's been almost 16 years since I graduated from high school. Oh wow. You don't really know what cool colors are. I don't know how to explain tell you what the school colors are. I don't know how to explain that to you. I just know what our school colors were. I'm not sure how to explain that to you. No, it's not uniform colors. Because we had school colors for both. I wouldn't call them uniform colors, but I guess they could be considered. Like I guess the colors that were. I never thought about that uniform. We didn't have uniforms. Is why I said that. We didn't have uniforms here like that. We had when you're talking about if you're talking about are you talking about for uniform, but that was in sports? Because if you're talking about sports, we had it's still same colors. But the school colors are basically the colors that they. How do I explain it? Typically, the school colors are the ones like you have like say your school has like when your school is made like the colors of the words on the school like for ours was teal, orange, and white. I'm not sure if there was another color, but I know those three were colors. Like the name of the school were in those colors in the school and other places. Yeah, the sports colors. Yeah, the sports colors. I guess the sports colors are the same colors, so that's why I was saying. I don't know how it's done over. I don't know how it's done in South Africa, so I can't say. I'm not sure how that works there. I'm not trying to be rude either. I'm serious. Like, 'cause I don't know if they have the same kind of stuff that us. Like, particularly, I don't know what differences there are. Like, they may not have school colors over there. I don't know how that works. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm being honest. I swear I don't know how that works. Because they may not have school colors. They might just be like a regular, like a standard thing they have. Like, a standard, like, all of the people are in like one like because some schools they have one like color for one for the actual cap and gown in general like not like mine we had um you see what I'm saying, see that's what I'm saying, see that's exactly what I'm saying they may not have school colors for it, so I don't that's why I was saying. Yeah, we never had uniforms. Thank God. Hey, I wouldn't. That wouldn't. Yeah, I would have been rebelling because I don't do uniforms. I don't like certain things. Like that's confining. Hell no. I don't even like wearing my when I wear a suit. When I used to do, when I had to wear suits, I didn't like doing that either because I don't like confining things. Not that I won't confine my conform if I have to, but I don't like it. I see. I didn't know. I thought only private schools wore uniforms. So you know, you're probably like, "What the hell, Mariah?" I'm serious. Because that's in here, like in the U.S., only private schools wear uniforms. So that's why I was like, when you said uniforms, I didn't know what you were talking about because the schools I went to never had uniforms. So public schools don't have you. Well, at least the ones I went to. I can't say about every state, but the one where in Maryland where I live and lived, there were no uniforms. So that's why I was confused when you said uniforms. No, we don't have uniforms here. The see? Hell, I'm sorry. I would have been. Yeah, I would. I couldn't be going to no school you were at, Nick. That's hell with that bullshit. The hell you mean if I wore it wrong? Why don't you go after yourself? See, I'm not nice when I get angry. That's so rude to me. I don't think that's fair. What if you don't want to wear it during uniform? Actually insane. That's actually, I can't. I don't do well with people telling me what the hell to wear. No, I really don't do well with people telling. Like, if someone told me I can't wear what I'm wearing now, then I guess I'll be getting in trouble because I'll be getting in trouble because I'm not wearing. If I don't want to wear a suit, I'm not wearing no dang suit. That's actually insane to me. Wait, you had to wear. Wait a second. Are you saying you had to wear a suit from elementary school up till high school? Because that's actually insane. Actually insane. That is hell no. I'm so glad I didn't have to deal with that. Because Mariah would have been rebelling. Because Mariah don't do things I don't want to do. Oh, and those kids probably like kicking and screaming, having to do things I don't want to do. Blah. No, that's not called being. What's it called? What would that be called? A temper tantrum. It's not called doing that. It's called Mariah doesn't want to do it, and she doesn't have to do something she doesn't want to do. Like, yeah. I'm just curious to see if the people that voted actually show up. I know you two most likely will. How'd your internet go, Nick? Because I know you said something about having to get it changed. Did you ever do that? Blazers are not that bad. I don't mind the blazers. I don't mind blazers. I just mind things I don't want to freaking wear. I don't mind blazers if I don't want. My point is, I think there should be an option. If you don't want to wear the darn uniform today, you should be like, if you're not having a good day, you don't want to wear it. There should be an option there. That's some bull. That's some dumb bull crap. I said it. I bet he has not never got detention. Still, why isn't it? Wait a second. Why? What do you mean you're not complaining? So if you have kids, you're gonna let them go do that crap? See, that's some bull crap. Wait, so it's not for you. Wait, well, did you go to a private school or something where you had to wear uniform? I don't get the uniform bull crap. I'm sorry. Like that's stupid as fudge. I don't care. Yeah, I said that. It's stupid. If you're not in private school, I don't understand why you had to. You said. Oh, you're saying it. Oh, you said not. Oh, so you said it's still not changed. Oh, your internet. I thought you were saying. I thought you were saying. You should have said that part behind there, because Mariah was already on to the point about the detention thing. My bad. Wish these planes would stop flying so low or close enough. Luckily, that one's not as close as the other one. Yeah, but see, Mildred thought the same thing I thought, so I feel better because I wasn't the only one who thought that. Um, because you didn't specify, Nick. You already know you have to specify when it comes to when we're talking about something else, and then you talk about that. Okay, but people are interesting. Honestly, the people I encounter online through this channel are interesting. We have some rude people. We have some nice people. We got a mix of things, honestly. You didn't go to a private school, but it was what they called. What the heck is a C model school? What the heck is that? I never even heard of that. Yeah, you're probably like, what the heck, Mariah, is your face doing? I don't understand. What's a C model school? Oh, so it's more pence expensive. Oh, hence why I said so. Kind of like a partial part of private school. So hence why you gotta do the uniforms. I was gonna say that makes more sense now. That's it right there. It says part. If you say elements of the school was like private school, there it is. That's why you had it. That's what the uniform was for. Um, that's ridiculous. Well, public school's not supposed. You're not supposed to pay. I know the taxpayer like money. Yeah, no. Hell would I be going to the hell with that. I don't do I don't do private school. That's like no for my. I'm sorry. I don't. A lot of stuff happens in private school. I'm not saying stuff don't happen in public school, but I feel like a lot more stuff happens in private school. And it's probably kept more secret because people paying lots of money to freaking fund that. So yeah, no. I don't actually. My kids, when I have kids, I'm not going. I don't want them going to private school. I don't want them to at all. Um, Because I don't want that for them. Because a lot of stuff happens, especially if they'll, and also they'll pay people off to be quiet about things that happen there, just so they can get more funding. The hell with that. Nope, I don't trust that. Not that I'm not saying things can happen in public school, but at least I'm more like public school, private school. Sometimes you also send them to like boarding school. You said it's definitely not. Wait a second. So I don't get the darn point of the darn. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Uniforms are negative for me. That's not That's not happening. Like I won't be. There'd be a battle every day if I had to have a uniform. Ridiculous. I mean, I can't actually move my arms and other stuff when I want to because I just feel like it's confining, and I don't like confining things. I don't. I like things that are like that I feel like it's comfortable for me, and not everyone thinks that. Hey Mildred, I wonder. You know what? I still wonder if you like. I do wonder if you bought something when this is on. I'm curious to see if it would still do that coffee thing because I wanted to see if that thing would still work. Because I remember that one time you did it and then you were trying to surprise me and then I wanted to know if that's still. I wonder if it's still up there. I just wonder because you don't do that anymore, so I wouldn't know. I still don't get how that even happened though. Yeah, I don't quite understand it. They should have just left it as public school instead of just putting it partially private school. Why are you laughing? You know I'm right. You know I'm right. Hey Mildred, do you think one day you'll be able? You think one day you'll be able to um what was I gonna say? Oh, you think one day that you'll be able to buy my art again like daily? No, I didn't. I didn't link my coffee to my YouTube. I never did that. Is that a real person? Sorry, I was looking at something. I don't understand if that was a real person, but I think that's some kind of skit or something. Um, yeah. Obviously, I won't know when that is because because I can't. I don't know when things will get better for you, so I can't specify. Ow, cannot know that. Take my foot like that. But I wonder who else will give me some. I wonder who else will. I wonder if one of my other well, the other two members who are under my chosen topics will give me any idea, any topics they want. So far, I used to get topics from one. The other one is new, so I've not gotten any topics from her. So I don't know. Guess we'll see. Um, yeah. Honestly, I like the part. I like that only on Patreon you can do a 7 day free trial. It's only on Patreon. You can't. It's not done on Coffee. You can't do it on Coffee. I don't know why, but I do know that's what one person did. And the other one, and there's also one where you can do an annual subscription. One of my subscribers is an annual. That's on an annual subscription. And the other one did a 7 day trial, free trial, and then they ended up becoming a supporter. So I had other ones before. One it was a pledge. Person who did a pledge, they decided which month, how much they could afford every month. I like that. They don't have that. I don't think they have that on. I'm pretty sure they don't have that on Coffee. They do have it on Patreon. I liked all the supporters. They were all pretty good, besides the one that lied. But other than that, I liked all the other ones. Um, but yeah. Any questions? Anyone have any questions? Honestly, he just decided he wanted to try that, I guess. And that's the first time he's ever well, this is first membership. One of them has been a subscriber for a while. Well, one actually no. Mildred is going to be a subscriber for 1 year this month, and I have one that's been a subscriber for years. Another one started in October of last year, and then one started last month. So I had other ones, but some of them couldn't do it anymore. So I had other ones that were, some left it and some became free members. Okay, have a good week, everyone. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.